Good morning. Thank you for joining me in this morning mindfulness practice. It's Monday morning. Are you looking forward to a wonderful opportunity today? Oftentimes, we get wrapped up in what's going on around us, and the vibrational energy of what's going on around us can deeply affect us. It's really important to take time to get settled, to know what you want, and to decide that you're going after it, and to get into alignment with the feeling of what it would be like to already be there. The outside environment can cause us to get swept away in negative feelings. And many people, most of us, have some survival emotions that are derived primarily from stress hormones, and that tends to endorse more selfish and more limited states of mind and body. When you embrace elevated, more creative emotions, you lift your energy to a different vibrational energy, a different hormonal center. Your heart begins to open. You feel more alive, more selfless. And that's when your body starts to respond to a new mind. There's a vibrational scale of energy that we can compare our emotions to. At the very top would be love, joy, peace, enlightenment. And at the very bottom, below fear and grief, is apathy, guilt, and shame. Now, you might inadvertently, accidentally be holding on to some old emotions that you don't even realize are there. They're deep in some of your cellular being. I'm going to give you a little tool to override what I call a paradigm, a regular thing that controls the way you operate, even when you don't understand it's there. It's a deep programming, something that has taken hold of you that you don't even understand, realize, or see. It's just there. When you recognize an old paradigm running your habitual way of thinking, feeling, or acting, that's an old paradigm. And you can replace an old survival emotion with emotions of thriving, of wonder, of love, of gratitude, of happiness. Old emotions that might have been created by parents or loved ones or teachers, people who programmed us to understand this world and live in this three-dimensional existence, might have had some problems in their own life of anger, pride, anxiety, regret, blame, humiliation. And so, as little children, we might have seen it and thought that it was normal because it was familiar. We might have been taught to feel guilty or shame over something that we did when we didn't even understand the world yet as little children. These are constricted, stress related hormones. And when you recognize guilt, shame, regret, anxiety as part of an old pattern, an old paradigm, you can then deliberately replace it with a higher vibration: worthiness, forgiveness, love. I found a step-by-step process that you can try this tool whenever guilt or shame or blame, these destructive emotions, show up. It can help you recognize the old pattern and replace it with worthiness, with love. If an emotion starts to surface, like guilt or shame, just pause and name it. This is guilt. This is shame. This is regret. This is not who I am. It's an old pattern. It's an old paradigm. You can take a deep breath and interrupt the automatic loop. When you do deep breathing exercises, it connects you, it calms your body. It tells your central nervous system that you're safe. Take a deep breath in and let it go. And ask yourself, is what I feel, whether it's guilt, shame, anger, regret, anxiety, is what I'm feeling happening right now? Or is it something that happened in the past? Can guilt change the past, or is it only draining my present energy? Maybe if you think about an old wound, someone that hurt you, something that allowed you to become very angry or upset, when you think about it, that triggers every cell of your being, and it feels like it's happening in the moment. Ask yourself, can I change the past? You know that the past is past. And when you think about what happened and it causes you those old anxiety or humiliation or blame or aggression, any kind of negative energy to come up, and that's just continuing to hold you back, to harm you. What you want to do is take a pen and paper and write down, what did I learn from this experience? Writing causes a neural connection a pathway to open up in our mind. Writing causes thinking. So if you were to write, what I learned from this experience is, and you reframe the responsibility, transform the guilt into wisdom and growth. Look at the failure as a learning experience, something that didn't work, rather than something that is tying you down and holding you back. So often we blame ourselves and we beat ourselves up for things, and no one has to tell us that we did wrong or hurt someone. We just carry that, and it remains like a knife in our own back. It's holding you back from creating the deep desire, the happiness, the wonder and love of how great life can be. What did you learn from this experience? Now you have another layer of wisdom, a layer of another level of growth. Any experience that caused you heartache or an opportunity to change allowed you to become a better person, to become stronger, to grow, to leave behind an old version of yourself. And then you want to let that go. Maybe you write down what you didn't like, what hurt you, and you want to shred or burn that piece of paper and write down, I release guilt, I release shame, I release fear, I release anger, whatever it is. You can place one hand on your heart and breathe slowly. And whatever it is you're releasing, what is the opposite? I release guilt. I choose love. I am worthy of love because I am love. I release fear. I release anxiety. I allow joy and happiness. I've grown into a better version of myself. I am worthy. I am worthy of love because I am love. Remind yourself that you were created perfectly in the image of God. You have infinite potential. It might have just been blocked by old patterns of thinking or believing something that someone told you that if it makes you feel bad, it's a lie. You are divinely created. You are here to do good, to do God's work, to create something wonderful in your life, to co-create what you want with infinite intelligence. And then write down, after you release, maybe you want to say this 3 times. I choose love. I am worthy of love because I am love. I am growing and changing and becoming better every day. My heart is open. My life is wonderful. I love life and life loves me. There is a law of vibrational energy that states everything vibrates, nothing rests. Vibrations of the same frequency resonate with each other. That's how like energy attracts like energy. Everything is energy, including your thoughts. When you consistently focus on a particular thought or idea of something you truly desire, you become a vibrational match. When you focus on what you want instead of what you don't want, life becomes so much more fun, easier, so much better. And then you want to anchor this new idea, this new program, this new habit until it becomes a paradigm, a program running in the background that you don't even have to think about it. You just are healthy. You are happy. You are joyfully attracting everything into your life that matches your desire. And as you get into that feeling of what you desire, you want to write a positive action that you can take right now that reflects your new state of being, reflecting love towards yourself, towards others. What can you do to create this vibrational energy automatically, naturally, habitually? Expressing gratitude is one way, where you can write something that you truly desire as if it's already happening. If you're not ready for that, you can write, I am so happy and grateful knowing that I am divinely protected. The universe has my back. Everything is working out for my highest good. This too shall pass. Think of someone that you love. Maybe it's a pet, maybe it's a loved one who's already passed. Maybe it's someone that you have a really deep, close connection with. Bring that person into your mind and feel the love. Send love to them. Fill your heart up with a joyful feeling of serenity, reverence, optimism, empowerment. Transform your heart and your mind, and you will start to feel every cell of your being is getting lighter, happier. When you sit quietly, giving gratitude for your life as it is, you can also think of something that you really, really want to create in your life. What kind of legacy do you want to leave for the world? What do you want people to say about you after you're gone? That you were kind and generous and loving. How much happiness did you bring into other people's lives? What did you create that you were really proud of? Maybe you created a business, a family, a book. What legacy will you leave? Get into that feeling of being grateful, knowing that you did something wonderful in this lifetime. Do something kind for yourself today. Call someone that you care about. Write out a victory log, something, pages and pages of all the great things that you have already accomplished. Each time you complete this exercise, you weaken the old paradigm of guilt or shame or regret, and you strengthen the paradigms of love, worthiness, willingness to do more, to be more. That's not selfish, that's creating a better universe, a better world for yourself and everyone who comes in contact with you. Think of it as changing the movie of your life. You can decide what it is that you really want to be or do or have, and think of it as changing the movie in the projector, playing a new reel. You are creating your life by what you are projecting, what you're thinking, what you're doing, how you're feeling. Everything in the universe matches the frequency of what you're thinking and what you're doing, because becomes the cause, and all the causes, all the effects that show up in your life are based on every action, because for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. Every cause has an effect, and every effect has a cause. Be the cause for what you want, and the effect will naturally show up in your life. All thought is creative. Focus your energy on what you want. Be careful what you wish for, because you will get it. Consistently think and act on what you want, and you will become more and more effective at having it show up in your life. Play a new movie. Decide on the role that you want to play in your life, and start to feel the energy of already being that, seeing, feeling, acting as if you already have that beautiful life that you desire. You get what you feel about. You get what you focus your attention and energy on. Let go of what doesn't match. Let go of the old version of you. That old version has to die in order for the new to be birthed. All frequencies not only carry vibration, they carry information. Start to imagine what it feels like. You've already forgiven the past. You're focused on peace. Peace in your heart, peace in your mind, peace in your life. Visualizing peace and writing that down and focusing on what that feels like. Taking a deep breath in and getting into that feeling. When you are feeling peaceful, carry that with you into the day as long as possible, as often as possible. That gives you strength. That gives you an opportunity to carry on with your day focused on what you do want, and not letting the outside world cause chaos and havoc. You don't want the outside world to take away your serenity. fill yourself up with intention for the day. Doing this every morning will empower you. Give thanks for what you have, and write out what you would love as if it's already here. I am so happy and grateful now that. Every day, write out what it is that you desire, not as if it's missing, but as part of your list of things you are grateful for, what you truly want, what you truly know in your heart is meant for you. As you get into that energetic vibration, and write out what you are grateful for, including a beautiful future. The universe redirects your thoughts and your actions, and as you act, as you get ideas and act on them, you become that version of you that has the goal, the destination, the outcome that you want. Everything has a natural cycle. If you're feeling low, you want to focus on letting go of that and focusing on how you feel now that your life is happy, healthy, beautiful, loving, joyful, serene, peaceful. Write about it. Get into that vibrational energy. It's almost like putting on a suit of armor before you take on the day. And how you feel, how you think, how you act is reflected in your day. Expand your heart, expand your mind, expand your life. That's what you're here to do. Enjoy it, create it. As you write about it, you start to get ideas. Take action on those ideas. You are the cause of the effects in your life. Create a wonderful day. Thank you for joining me in this morning mindfulness practice. Enjoy your day, and I'll see you back here tomorrow morning at 7. Thank you.